Continuing on with our shadow high close-up and personal looks. If you've missed the last few videos, be sure to click the links in the description to get caught up, and take a breath. While you're at it, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't yet. And a Jen, specifically this one, will thank you. Thank you. And today's video is brought to you by me and Mike, but sponsored by Skillshare, so more on them in a bit. Continuing on with our crowd-chosen order of the dolls we review, today's video is all about Miss Natasha Zima. Head to toe, this ghostly girl is rocking white and silver for everything from her complexion as the lightest doll in the new collection, accidental rhyming win, I love it, to every article of clothing and accessory she comes with, which includes her doll stand and comb, both of which are a translucent light pearly gray color with embedded silver glitter, the new shadow high monogram, and studs to decorate. By the way, this is a good time to mention that I went ahead and superglued all my stands together so that now my dolls won't pop off randomly, causing me nothing but grief, because these stands suck. I feel like previous dolls from this line, or not shadow high, but rainbow high, didn't pop off as much. Let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe it's just my imagination. But anyways, now she's not falling, as you can see. Now, honestly, I could just sit here and say, this is Natasha, she's beautiful, white, and sparkly, but that is not enough detail for me, okay? It's just not gonna cut it here. We need more. So let's get started. With her hair. In true Natasha style, it is white, as is the rest of her appearance. It's also pearly and has a nice shine to it. In fact, it almost looks like there are silver streaks, but I don't see any, so I'm pretty sure that's just a trick of the light. It is long and calf length with a nice crimp to it and very little product. Just enough to kind of keep these crimps in place. And we don't have any shedding either, which is nice. As for style, the hair is pulled up into a high pony at the front of her head, secured in place with a clear elastic band, while the rest falls to join in with the back. When it comes to rooting, everything back here is pretty full. The only bald spots, I don't even know if you guys will see them, are just little patches on either side of her part line, which, oh my goodness, hold on. Wait, if I turn her sideways, this is where it ends, literally at the back of her head. That's crazy, I've never seen that before. Maybe I've just not paid that much attention, but I think I would have noticed that, you know? Speaking of what I noticed, I don't think it will show up on camera, but we actually have some gray streaks in her hair back here. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. These are not the streaks you are looking for. Clearly her voice. Oh man, that was so nerdy. All right, yeah, I think that's the end of Natasha's hair. Let's zoom in to get a good look at her face and makeup. Starting with her eyes, which are white with just the slightest hints of blue and green in them. Honestly, they are beautiful. Also, while we're staring at her eyes anyway, I want to point out that in my last video, I mentioned that their eyes were glass and inset, and even I felt weird about that because they do in fact feel plastic, which many other people agree with. But their website and every subsequent place that these dolls are posted for sale describes their eyes as in fact being glass and inset. So I don't know, you let me know what you think down below. Continuing on with her face and makeup, Natasha also has beautifully sculpted light gray brows, black winged liner, and lower lashes, as well as her large faux ones, and her eyeshadow is really pretty in shades of white, light gray, and glitter. And her look is finished off with a light dusting of blush on her cheeks and a light gray matte lipstick. And of course, she does come wearing a pair of earrings, which are really pretty. We can't forget about those. They blend in pretty well with her hair, so let's just take them off so we can see them better. All right, here they are. So we've got a big transparent gem on top surrounded by small pearls, followed by a pearl studded letter S for the right side and H for the left, and finally a tear-shaped pearl underneath. And unfortunately, mine has a bit of extra plastic on the side on my left earring. I didn't even notice it because it was blending in with her hair, but I will most definitely be cutting that off because not only is it surprisingly sharp for something so small, but also ugly and not conducive to the rest of Miss Natasha's look. She is radiant like a sparkle in the night, and so she deserves excellence. Continuing on to her outfit, Natasha comes wearing this beautifully falling down dress. Hold on, there's no straps, 1 second. So Natasha comes wearing this white beautiful dress with silver glitter all over and a large bow across her chest with a big gem in the center of it. Actually, there's one on the back of her as well. It's just got a smaller gem, which makes sense as this part here gets squished up against her doll stand. Along the top of the dress and around the bottom, we've got some white feathers here, which are actually made out of white eyelash mesh yarn. So smart and a great way to avoid any allergies for customers. Continuing on with the trend of not really being able to see the things I'm pointing out to you, Natasha comes with white painted fingernails, as well as a pearl bangle bracelet on her left hand. And finally, her first look is completed with a cute pair of silver heels that have faux chains, gems, and pearl painted details across the toes. They are just slip-on heels without a back, and so they're currently held on with a clear elastic band. But since we're going to be changing her shoes anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and take them off. And here they are. They look pretty good at first glance, but unfortunately this one here seems to have some white paint on it, just inside the arch here as well as along the back of the heel. But I'm not seeing anything wrong with this one, so hopefully I can clean that off without removing the paint. I don't think we can go with acetone. And now back to her dress, because I just realized not only do I need to take it off, but I also forgot to check it. So everything on the outside looked really good, by the way. Even the glitter is not falling off very much, which I'm quite surprised by. So let's go ahead and check the insides. Here's her underwear. They're kind of like a creamy yellow color that pretty much blends in with her body. As for articulation, it is the exact same as you would expect, and I talked about this in my previous videos, so once again, be sure to check those out. If you missed any of them, the links will be in the description. Because right now, we are focused on her dress. Like I said, the outside's really good, and inside, amongst all these feathers, we actually have really great stitching. I was worried that they would kind of just pull in stuff, but no, they're not. And now we can actually see that the bust section of this dress is actually a different material, which was very well hidden beneath all these feathers. And the same goes for the bottom. There's a slip down here, and that's what the feathers are attached to. Now, the only issue I actually have with this piece, because it's very well made, is that unfortunately the majority of the feathers are on the left side. There's actually not very many on the right at all. Like, what's going on there? And the same goes for the bottom. There's quite a few sections that are pretty sparse, while others are quite full. But other than that, the quality is really nice. So that's it for the first outfit, which makes this the perfect time to remind you about the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community offering thousands of interesting and creative online classes, like gardening, crafting, photography, editing, creative writing, and so much more. Recently, I've been enjoying classes on illustration and children's book creation, as I've written many stories over the years and never really got past the typing stage. I really want to illustrate them myself, and so currently, that's the Skillshare path that I'm on. One set of lessons I really like and recommend is Children's Book Illustration, Discover Your Style with Anne Catherine Blake, who's actually been writing and illustrating books for over 30 years. In her lessons, we were able to work on a course project creating a style roadmap, which kind of allows me to find out what sort of artist I am, or at least what fits my skill level, likes, and dislikes. Although her lessons were nice and short, I found them to be jam-packed with information and enjoyable content that I could actively try out myself. And I especially loved that we were able to print out our own little booklets using the free templates that Anne shared, and getting a chance to discover what my own art style was, especially since I didn't think I had one. I was also pretty interested in learning about different book styles and the audiences they appeal to, so I could properly plan and illustrate mine for my most recent story. But as it turns out, it sort of defies the rules and doesn't really have a specific category, so I've got a little bit more work to do, but I am excited about it. Honestly, I really did enjoy this class and recommend it. In fact, I even left a written review. So if you think Anne's lessons sound interesting, or any of the other thousands of classes that Skillshare has to offer, then I say go for it. You might just find something that appeals to you. And the first 1,000 people to click the link in the description or use my code will get a 1-month free trial to see if it's something you enjoy. So thanks again, Skillshare, for sponsoring today's video, and now back to our doll and the second outfit. Once again, it's blending in with the table, so I clearly didn't plan this out very well, and let's just proceed, shall we? Natasha actually comes with quite a few pieces, one of which is this beautiful faux fur coat that we need to free from some gibbers and plastic. If you think it's hard to see all this white stuff on my table, then imagine trying to find the nearly invisible gibbers amongst the white fabric. Oh my goodness. Where are they? It's this one. It's this one that's causing me grief. Oh my gosh, we're just gonna feel around and hope for the best. Hey! Okay, she did it. Yeah. Oh, wow. This is crazy well made. Really? Oh, that's awesome. Okay. The jacket is all white because, I mean, everything is. That's not really worth mentioning. But it's also got little hints of silver and pearly or holographic colors. But here in all these horizontal embroidered stripes, we've got little circles that have the faintest pearly rainbows showing up underneath my lights. They're very pretty. And that's pretty much it for the jacket. The outside is a faux fur and super soft, while the inside is satin. And it is lined the full way through the sleeves. Oh my gosh, those are so tight. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. The right sleeve can fit my finger, but the left one can barely get it in, so hopefully that fits. But unfortunately, we won't know until we dress her. So let's move on to this two-piece set here, which matches completely, by the way. They're both white quilted pleather with little pearls clustered in each small square. So here's our cropped tank. It's very pretty with a mesh section above the bust line, which is lined in pearls, and also has some transparent rubber bands so that it will appear strapless. And overall, the piece is really well made and put together nicely. By the way, this looks so pretty. Next up, we have her skirt. Like I said, it's the exact same, which includes a pearl-lined top around the waist. So there's a mesh liner inside, and this piece is also put together really nicely. This is so cute. Okay, let's see if we can get this jacket on. I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna start with the harder of the two sleeves. Oh, that's so tight, but it is going in. It was a little stuck there at the bottom, but I did in fact get it. I'm gonna put her hand on without the bracelet though, because guys, it's not gonna fit at all. I can't stick her hand back in. Oh my goodness, hold on. Is it in? If you have to ask, I don't think it is. There we go. Okay, okay, the hard part is done. The right arm should be problem-free because it had more space. Yeah, okay, let's pop on her hand. And there we go, we got it on. So let's just place her down a minute. We gotta get our girl some shoes, or in this case, knee-high white boots covered in glitter. And it is transferring to my hands, but not as much as I thought it would. Now this fabric here does hold on to a nice wrinkled texture. Unfortunately, I'm not a shoe person, so I don't have a specific name for this style of boot, but I do know that the base is a nice pearly white color. And unfortunately, the glue that holds the pieces together on the right boot here is yellowing and bleeding into the fabric portion, but not on the left one, which is so strange. And it turns out I lied when I said that the glitter's not really falling off, because it's everywhere and it looks like I got attacked at a really fun party. Yay! Love that for me. So let's pop those on, get covered in more glitter. I'm not sure what's going on with the right one because it doesn't look as nice as the left, but she is in fact ready and dressed in her complete second look. I've even given her back her bracelet to make sure that we don't lose it. And of her two outfits, even though I really love the dress, I think I'm gonna have to go with her second one being my favorite, because with everything being so white, she looks kind of plain in the first one, and I think all the textures of the second one really helps to tell a story with her fashion. But I sound like a lunatic, so I'm gonna stop. Okay guys, that's it for me and from our snow queen from apparently Amsterdam. There's rumors about that, look them up. But yes, that's it for me and Natasha Zima, our Amsterdam Amsteronian? What? What am I talking about? Try that again. Okay guys, that's it for me and our beauty queen of Blanc, the ghostly vision in white. Has anybody else noticed I've been really enjoying my hands lately? I'm kind of crabbing over here. Don't mind me. On to Natasha. Head to toe, she is dripping ice. Overall, the doll itself is great. It's just a few of her items that are less than wonderful, like her right silver heel, which I guess, luckily, I can repaint if I find a match for it. I mean, if we had a bit more feathers on the right side of her dress, that would have made it perfect. And of course, the yellowing on her right boot. Actually, you know what? She seems to be kind of cursed on the right side, doesn't she? It's just that yellow boot that's driving me crazy. So if you have any ideas on how I might be able to prevent it from spreading or even correct it, please feel free to drop your tips below. Because she's beautiful and I really just want to love everything about her. Specifically her clothing. I thought it was really clever that they used eyelash yarn as feathers instead of, you know, real feathers, which have the potential to be allergy inducing. Like, that was a very mindful decision and whoever came up with it deserves a raise. Jen said so, make it so. Picard entering through the video, love it. And whoever initially wanted to give her a handbag, because if you didn't know, that was a thing. Now, I don't know if it was just her or if other dolls were also supposed to have one, because I only saw it for Natasha, but regardless, that idea was scrapped, which kind of sucks, because that would have been cool. But realistically, none of the previous Rainbow High collection ever came with handbags or anything, unless they were deluxe sets. So, I mean, we're not really missing out, are we? Also, they were meant to come with hangers. If you have American packaging, you can actually see a little piece of black tape on the bottom of the box that says that, but whatever. And that's it. If you know somebody who would enjoy today's video because they love to collect dolls, they're interested specifically in the ghostly vision that is Natasha, or you just think they'd love to support my channel, which is an excellent reason, then please share this video with them. And if you enjoyed it yourself, then please make sure you remember to comment, like, and subscribe. You can let me know down below what you liked or didn't like about today's video, as well as what your favorite clothing item was for Natasha and why, or what would you have preferred to see on her. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!